Hello, I'm John Coleman from ApocatastasisInstitute, an institute for the humanities and alternative college and high school here on New Milford, Connecticut, USA. The purpose of this broadcast is to enjoy William Butler Yeats's poem, The Lake Isle of Innisfree, this St. Patrick's Day. Before we do so, this recording is part of our Poetry at Apoc series, and indeed part of our project, our Unified Humanities Curricula. I encourage you to go to our website, linked below, and download the various volumes, including Volume 1, and you may join in this school-wide project to familiarize ourselves again and again with human life on this earth, particularly with history, philosophy, art, and literature. The project features very prominently for our enrolled students, especially our full-time students, intended to replace traditional high school or college studies. And it's appropriate to our monthly seminarians, as well as our open events participants and the general public. Those of you who want to study privately outside of the college enrollment will benefit greatly also from our 5 volumes as we read them year by year by year. The project, please check it out and please join us in one capacity or another as we learn about the marvelous story of human life on this earth. The Lake Isle of Innisfree is probably the most well-known poem from William Butler Yeats. Yeats was in the heart, maybe he was the heart, of the Irish cultural revival prior to the First World War, something which eventually flowered in a political and military aspect following that conflict. The Lake Isle of Innisfree is certainly representative of Yeats's bucolic period, his pastoral period, which was in fact very indicative of English language poetry prior to the Great War. There's a great book entitled The Great War and Modern Memory by Paul Fussell, where he really dives into the poetry scene in the Anglosphere before and during that conflict. I'll have more to say about this very time period as regards the project and as regards William Butler Yeats a little bit later this week, and I would encourage you to sign up as a paid subscriber on our Substack to obtain that presentation on the Treaty of Paris, of which William Butler Yeats has a lengthier poem and a rather less optimistic poem than this. The Lake Isle of Innisfree, William Butler Yeats, 1889. I will arise and go now, and go to Innisfree, and a small cabin build there, of clay and wattles made. 9 bean rows will I have there, a hive for the honey bee, and live alone in the bee loud glade. And I shall have some peace there, for peace comes, dropping slow, dropping from the vales of the morning to where the cricket sings. There midnight's all a glimmer, and noon a purple glow, and evening full of the linnet's wings. I will arise and go now, for always, night and day, I hear lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore, while I stand on the roadway or on the pavement's gray, and hear it in the deep heart's core. Tu autem Domine miserere nobis, Deo gratias. Thus is William Butler Yeats's 1889 poem, The Lake Isle of Innisfree, featured in our project curricula at the college. Thanks so much for enjoying this piece of poetry with me this week. I'll see you next week.